We spent a last minute weekend in Royal Deeside and Aberdeen. Come with us as we explore the grounds, the history and of course the gift shop of Balmoral Castle. Come hike with us to the Prince Albert Memorial Cairn and spend Saturday night in Aberdeen with us where we enjoy Vietnamese food for dinner and cocktails to end the night. And finish our weekend away with a Sunday morning walk on the beach and brunch with Scott's sister Ailey before a sunset drive home. Right, we got to the petrol station to fill up the car and we both realised that we'd forgot our swimming stuff. So we've had a bit of a false start. So we're back at the flat, Scott's away up to get the stuff, and hopefully, this time, we won't have forgotten anything else and we'll be on our way. This was my first time in Royal Deeside, having only ever ventured as close as Aviemore on previous family holidays. The journey was 2.5 hours and we took the scenic route through Perth and Blairgowrie, passing through misty Glenshee and officially arriving in Royal Deeside at Braemar for a spot of lunch. Well, if this isn't betrayal.
I told you, at least it's not the 6% one, that's the one I wanted, yeah.
All I get is a coffee.
Well, cheers to you.
Delicious, girl. I hope you're happy with yourself.
Delighted. We're balls deep in Royal Deeside, babe.
We arrived at the Hilton Grand Vacations in Craigendarroch just before 4 PM. This is a resort that's primarily made up of self-catering lodges and timeshares, but we were staying in one of their suites in the main house. Although decorated for Halloween, which had just passed, we found the main house to be surprisingly quiet. We soon got ourselves checked in and settled, so here is a quick room tour. Now, these are called suites because you get a decent fridge and microwave, but they are basically normal hotel rooms. They do come with a remote control fireplace, which I quite liked. We only used our fridge to store wine and grapes, life is about balance I guess. And here is me looking like I've just been let out for the day. The bathroom comes with the standard Crabtree and Evelyn toiletries that you'll find in most Hilton hotels, and overall we really liked this room. We loved that we could open the sash windows at night instead of relying on the aircon. After a beer in the bar, we headed to the pool and made use of the sauna, steam room and hot tub. This was the busiest area of the hotel by far, with lots of families starting to leave to get ready for dinner. The hotel also has a gym and sports courts, but we didn't make use of either of these. Feeling suitably refreshed, we got ourselves ready and headed for dinner.
Did you read the bag about the marmalade business?
No.
Marmalade tycoons that owned they built the house. Pretend you like me. I'm trying to work out if this is hot.
Feeling well rested and ready to go, we headed down for breakfast. Once again, the hotel was super quiet, so we didn't hang around for too long. Fed and watered, we hit the road for the 15-minute drive to Balmoral, and we were soon crossing the bridge and walking up the tree-lined drive. Time for a quick history lesson. Now, Queen Victoria and Prince Albert were no strangers to holidaying in Scotland. In fact, they frequently stayed at Blair Castle in Perthshire, but their complaint was that this area was just too wet and not remote enough. It was suggested to them that they try Aberdeenshire, and so in 1848 they rented the old Balmoral Castle, and they fell in love with the location. The problem with the old castle was that it was too small for their growing family and their staff, and so Albert took things into his own hands in 1852 and bought the estate. He then commissioned the build of the new Balmoral Castle that we know today, and it should be noted that it's actually not a castle anymore, it's a country house in a Scottish baronial style that was loved by the Victorians. The castle itself wasn't open for tours, and we could see the shutters behind every window were closed. We spent plenty of time exploring the grounds and made our way along to the gift shop. As expected, nothing here came cheap. Even Christmas baubles reached £24. Nonetheless, some purchases were made, and after that, we made our way for the hills in search of the Prince Albert Cairn, a memorial built by Queen Victoria to honour the 1-year anniversary of his death. I'm sweating my tits off. Not attractive. Needs mist. This is like a 40-minute walk. Although I think that's 10 minutes faster than it said it was going to be.
I think that looks easier than it is.
But we're sweating our tits off. You know, they could have picked a smaller hill to build this on. I'm embarrassingly unfit. Where is he? There he is.
Really good. Tasty.
Arriving in Aberdeen, we were staying at the Hilton Teca just outside of the city, and we were just in time for evening drinks in the exec lounge. Feeling like we'd earned a drink or two, we both sank more than a couple of double rums each. After this, we got the bus into town, heading for Viet Am, a Vietnamese restaurant where we both enjoyed pho for dinner. Heading a couple of streets over, we tried a couple of cocktail bars before calling it a night, and heading to Union Street for the bus back to the hotel.
To look happy to be here, Queen. I'm getting here now.
Well, this will be something.
It's like a baguette, it's not sourdough.
We hope you enjoyed this short video of our weekend away. We have more trips planned, and we want to have a fun way of documenting them for our friends and family to come along to. Hope to see you on the next one.